ACC, your daily podcast on the Atlantic Coast Conference. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's edition of Rants. We are about to dive in and give you some great action when it comes to UNC versus Duke. Of course, a great triangle matchup here. Bringing Jonathan Rand to the stage. Here we go. Jonathan, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk about what will be a very exciting Saturday. UNC takes on Duke men's basketball at 6 p.m. on ESPN. All the thrills, college game day, all the hoopla, all of that good stuff. And a lot of people are just really excited about a good game. Carolina is not ranked, but Duke is. Do you feel like this matters, though? Not having rankings, it's still the same energy of the Duke and Carolina games of old.
Yeah, I definitely think it still matters.
Okay.
Obviously, like people say, that the one at Cameron is people give that one a little more hype, but people also say that this is the start of college basketball season, right? That the first Carolina Duke game is when you're like, oh, all right, here we go. Kind of like Christmas Day for the NBA, right? It's like when an average fan starts to go, oh, that's right, we got March Madness coming up. So it still matters. It's still
yeah.
big.
No doubt. And Carolina and Duke have played over 100 times now. It's very even. You can look at all the stats, the score, the points is like 14,000 plus over here. Everyone just comes down to the very final minute. Every game is a heart attack for both sides. But part of Saturday is the fact that Coach K, it's his final time in Chapel Hill. A lot of people are thinking, yes, let's make sure we send Coach K either out with an L or give him a little victory. Say thanks for the memories. And I would love to get in the conversation just here for a bit about thanks for the memories. Maybe we should honor him. Maybe we should do a little tribute video. People are saying, yes, do the tribute video. Would love to know, would you want to honor someone who's been a rival for you, caused you a lot of stress and anxiety for years and years, but out of respect for how they've developed the game and moved, this rivalry forward, would you want all of that pomp and circumstance?
So at first I was like, I don't really care too much. But then I thought about it, and obviously, Roy Williams retired differently than Coach K, right? Roy just decided I'm out in April. He was like, I'll see you guys later. And Coach K was like, I want one more season. And obviously with Paolo Banchero, that's probably a smart move. But so Roy, as state people, we didn't get to send Roy out, and because we were kind of like, see ya. Thank you for leaving. We appreciate it. But yeah, now that I think about it, more like that, I don't want to send Roy out with a video. Like, I don't want to thank him for his time because he's destroyed us. So in the same way, it's like, if I was a Carolina fan, let me put those shoes on real fast.
Okay.
Do I want to like have a video of Coach K right before the biggest game of the year so far for us? No. Why would I do that?
Yeah, I think that's weird. Also for the fact that the highlights would be of him beating Carolina. Like, let's keep it a van. Like, you would have to show the national championships, the rivalry games. And I know on the Jumbotron, I don't know that as a Carolina person, I would be like, yes, thank you so much for dunking on us many a times. Like, I really appreciate you. And some people are saying, though, we know Coach Roy has been taking his little tour, his little farewell tour plus. He's been going to different arenas. So if he goes to Cameron, would you expect, if Coach K were to be honored in Chapel Hill, someone to say, hey, Roy, how's it going? Do a little Jumbotron monitoring. Like, let's make sure we're paying to see you while you're at the game.
At Cameron? No. 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 Come on, Candace. No.
For what? So we're classless for not even considering it here in Chapel Hill. But the fact that there's not even a consideration in the Cameron and it's his last game, then of course we should be doing that too, though, right? That's even. No?
I mean, yeah. I see what you're saying though. I like that because you're right. Like, it can't be both ways.
You can't have it both ways.
Just because Roy retired differently doesn't mean, if they don't have a video, which they won't, they will not have a video montage in Cameron in a couple of weeks for Roy Williams if he's there. And they shouldn't because, let's focus on the game. So yeah, you can't do it both. But There's part of me though now that's really curious and wonders if they're gonna have one in the Dean Dome on Saturday. Just
yeah, now it's all spicy, and that's the reason you're tuning in. People are like, oh, gift giver, you're supposed to show respect. And to me personally, I'm feeling as if it's giving participation trophy energy, like because he was the coach, we have to say thank you because he, made all of these great memories for you. But I'm like, if you're a Carolina fan, again, he stressed you out. He caused a lot of anxiety. He caused some rough days in Harris Teeter, right? You struggled to wear your sweatshirt the next day after Carolina Duke, or you were throwing fire on Franklin Street. I guess. Yeah. Thank you for those memories, but it's really dicey. But all that to say, the fact that we're talking about Coach K and not the game itself says everything we need to say about what to me is being taken away from the moment for the kids, because hey, they still have to play. Paolo Banchero still trying to go off. So who is going to end up coming out with the win, do you think?
Okay, I'll say this. If Carolina shoots like they did against NC State, they have a really good chance. Because, that game, Caleb Love could, close his eyes and do a little, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar shot from, the top of the key, and it would go in. I mean, Carolina was hit. But it's going to be tough. Baycott's going to have his hands full because Banchero's not going to just stay inside and pound it inside. He's going to take him out and try to drive on him. And so if Baycott gets in foul trouble early, gotta be careful. It's at Carolina, so that helps. And Carolina knows they need this, right? They don't have the Q1s. They need this. They need one of the two Duke games.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough, Candace.
Listen, and it's funny because I said, as you go through the list, the starting lineup, who has to have the biggest game? And you really roll through and you're like, everybody. Every single person on Carolina's roster is going to have to have a big game. Dawson Garcia is still not playing, but you have to have RJ Davis have the energy. You have to have Caleb Love channel his, I know Roy got honored last Saturday, so of course he is not going to play down for Roy. MJ was there, and I'm like, is MJ busy on Saturday? He needs to come back, right?
He needs to come back.
What championship team can they honor this Saturday? Because that's the only way these guys step up. But you also look at Baycott and Brady Manick, who you give me Brady Manick vibes. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's the beard. Maybe it's maybe if you grew your hair out, if you blink twice. But
I'm working on it. Also, I can shoot outside like Brady can too.
Can you?
I'm not I can. I'm not 6'10" though. I'm 6'2", so I got to work harder to get open.
There you go.
Brady can just shoot over people.
He's a walking bucket. It's fine. He is going to have a good game inside.
If he's a walking bucket on Saturday, it might be good for Carolina.
Okay, but it's just the paint problem. And I think about AJ Griffin, who's going to be shooting lights out. Carolina struggles defending the three, and if he gets busy, man, Trevor Keel's return.
He's the X factor, honestly.
Yes.
I know we love Banchero. I know we love Banchero, but I would not be surprised if 5 to 10 years from now, we look at the NBA and go, AJ Griffin's better than Paolo Banchero.
Okay. I think he is going. I also think that Mark Williams, quiet as it's kept, he might not stuff the stat sheets, but he is certainly one who's going to probably block a couple shots on Saturday and really get into people's faces, as well as, Wendell Moore Jr., he's been there for a while. He understands the moment. He knows how to press it. Do I think he needs to be the person with the last shot if it comes down to it? No. But he can facilitate and he can get people going. Because when I watched Duke, Florida State, I was like, yeah, he probably shouldn't have had the ball last. But if Paolo has the ball last, I don't know. I've seen a last second shot. I've lived in Austin Rivers 3. I've lived that, right? So I really don't want to see that again. Trey Jones, all of that. I don't want that to come down to that.
I'm proud of you because I can see that. I can feel the hurt from the computer screen. We didn't have to mention Austin Rivers today, and you did. I'm proud of you. That's growth, Candace.
Okay, see, senior year, the only time I got to go to a Carolina Duke game. Okay, I actually walked to the game because I didn't walk during. Listen, let me tell you something. Wintertime, I'm not hiking to go see nobody play basketball. Not nobody.
That's fair. That's fair.
Right? But I was like, it's my senior year. It's Carolina Duke. I got tickets, the first phase, all of that good stuff. Sitting in nosebleeds, whatever. It's Carolina Duke. Comes down to the final shot. Austin Rivers hits that. And I was like, and this is why you don't do this. And this is why I don't do this, right? This is why I don't participate in stuff like this. I can't take it. So you want me to honor Coach K? Not happening. That's
fair.
right?
That's fair.
Because that's the highlight you would have to show. You would have to show the Trey Jones and the Austin Rivers of the world. And like, I'm not doing that. I just don't feel good about that. But either way it goes, I think Carolina pulls it out because it's at home and because they've defended home well. But they're going to have a hell of a game. They're going to have state-type energy.
I'm going to say I'm going to root for you because, you know, I'm with you, but I think Duke's going to win because of AJ Griffin late. Like, I just think he's got that, like, last second, give me the ball vibes.
Yeah.
But this is Carolina's best chance. Like, and they
Absolutely
know they have to get this one.
Because they ain't winning in Cameron. Let's just keep it a band. They're not winning in Coach K's last game.
Because you know they'll honor Coach K there.
Okay. They're going to roll out the red carpet. They're going to have every single alum do a tribute video. So, yeah, you already know what time it is. Jonathan,
that's a 5-hour game. It's a 5-hour game.
It absolutely will be, which I think is hilarious. Jonathan, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. Can you please remind folks of where they can find you? Follow all of your great work.
Absolutely. JRand44 on the Twitters. Some good stuff usually there. Songs, hot takes. It's all good stuff. So JRand44.
No doubt. JRand999 the fan. Make sure you guys follow him wherever you get your podcast because he has a little acapella of the news that he likes to throw in there. He's a really good singer. So I talked about that when we first joined the group, but because he's a regular now, we don't have to do that. But I will say, I look forward to the Monday show and what you're going to be singing. So I'm just going to say.
Listen, there's some pressure on Monday's show because there's little stuff to talk about on Monday.
Okay. So. No doubt. No doubt. Guys, follow at Locked On ACC on Twitter. You can also subscribe on the YouTube channel. Until next time, for Candace Cooper and Jonathan Rand.